For most image analysis projects, especially to do with machine learning, there is a great need for accurate image labeling or annotations so that the downstream input for modeling is as correct as possible. To achieve this, CVAT offers a very clean-cut platform to read in as well as read out image labeling data. In my project, I have three MRI scan images of the brain on the axial plane, and I wish to label or basically select the tumor growth on the region of the pituitary gland. First off, to launch the CVAT platform, we need to launch the Docker container for the CVAT server. This is all freely available on GitHub, so I am showing the process to install both the Docker software as well as the CVAT code repository in this video. We can first head over to the Docker homepage and download the latest Windows release. You can of course adjust this according to your own system. For me, the installation process is already complete, so there is no new update to it. However, you can allow the Docker to extract all its files in a dedicated folder, likely on your C drive. The process to download may be long, so you can head over to the GitHub page for the CVAT software to clone its repository. The full form of CVAT is Computer Vision Annotation Tool, and it is a bit of a heavy software, so in order to run it, your system might need to have good processing prowess, otherwise it might be a bit obstructive for you to launch it. Once the Docker desktop has been set up, you can head over to the CVAT repository in your local system and simply compose the Docker image over there. This may also take a bit of time depending on whether it is your first time launching the image or not, but for the future this goes way faster. You can see the Docker desktop load the CVAT repository on each page, and you can simply start and stop the server from here. When you first load the localhost page, it is usually on the 8080 or 8000 port. As you can see in this list, you can find the exact link for it. You will need to create an admin user on the main application page. You can also manually do this process. Basically, we need to create a super user who will own the access rights for the project. You can do this manually by writing python manage.py create super user in the CVAT repository. You could also skip this step and do the creation of the admin account on the application page, as I also do here. This gives you the access rights to the project so that you can even delegate lower level users who can be assigned smaller annotation tasks later. Since my project only has 3 images, I will go ahead with the admin user and import the zipped images folder into my project. From here, I can choose what type of annotation or color can be assigned to certain shapes of the annotation. I am choosing green color since it is better visible against a black background. You can have various more shapes and pre-assigned colors to those shapes. Zooming in and out of the image viewer, adjusting the shapes, even choosing other shapes for annotation is quite interactive in the CVAT application. I am done with my annotation quite fast, so now I can export my annotations as an XML file, which looks something like this. It is understood, of course, that when your downstream tasks look at this kind of a file, then the coordinates of the labels will need to be parsed explicitly by the code. An extra feature that I also explored in this platform was randomly shuffling the task of annotation in smaller batches, either to assign to somebody or tackle the annotation project gradually on your own. This is quite a useful feature. I shuffled just for the two images and it naturally gives me a small task to tackle. I can even change the state of my project and import my already annotated XML file to verify that the image loads the annotations correctly. As a final note, CVAT is a great tool for subdivision of tasks in a team, especially when the annotation projects are big and cumbersome. There are some other tools for annotation of images which are more for lightweight applications. For example, Makesense AI, but it only allows online annotations for very simple and small datasets and does not have the advantage of CVAT, which allows division of tasks among people as an admin user or with secure login credentials. Hope you find this useful for your projects and thank you for watching.